perspective is such an important thing to have, right? Self-awareness, not being too caught up in, the daily struggle. Life is tough for everybody, but we got to keep perspective no matter if we're going through good times or bad times. Everybody can be happy, everybody can be in a good mood when everything is flowing smoothly, right? When everything is going according to plan, quote unquote, right? Everybody could have a good attitude then. But a real testament of your character and your mental fortitude is when times are tough, right? When things aren't going so well, when the chips are down, so to speak. What kind of attitude do you carry in those times? What kind of mindset do you carry in those times? That, in my opinion, is what really separates you, right? That's what really defines you as a person, or one of the key things that define you as a person, right? The type of attitude and character and mental fortitude that you have during tough times, right? So no matter what you're going through, good or bad, always try to have the best attitude possible. Always try to look at things from a glass half full perspective, right? Focusing on the things that are going well in your life and not overly focusing on the things that you don't really like about your life. Obviously, if there's things that you don't like about your life, do your best to solve them, right? Don't enter into a victim mindset or whine about them or complain about them. If they have a solution, if they have something, if a solution is possible for the things, for the problems that are in your life, then it's just a matter of getting to work at those solutions, right? But like I said earlier in the video, perspective is such an important thing. Don't take life for granted. Don't take your health for granted. Don't take your blessings for granted, because things could really change at a drop of a hat, right? I was watching this video on YouTube of this BMX rider, right? I think he's from England. I think his name is Matthew. If you type it into YouTube, you'll be able to find his documentary, right? So basically, he was this really gifted BMX rider, right? And I believe he was even pro or on the verge of going pro. And that was his passion. He loved to ride BMX and just be on his bike. And then one night he was just riding. I think he was at a bar or something, or he was just leaving this place, and this random dude just comes up and punches him in the back of the head, right? And he just collapses, obviously, and he goes into a coma, I believe. And when he wakes up, obviously his brain is damaged and he's not the same person that he was before, right? So everything changed from him from one moment to another, right? He was literally a pro BMX rider, or on the verge of being one. And then one night everything just changes, right? And he doesn't have, the physical capacities that he used to. So that was really quite a shocker, just seeing those type of events happening, just this random horrible act happening to him, right? So there's countless stories out there of something like of things like these happening, right? That's not to say that we should live in paranoia or be scared of the world, right? That I think what I'm trying to say here is to just carry perspective with you everywhere you go. Like I said, always be grateful for your life. Always be grateful for the things that you have going for you. No matter how dark it may seem, there are always things that you can be grateful for. And like I said, never take the small things for granted, right? I think a lot of the time what happens is that we just get so caught up in the daily grind, right? We just get caught up in the daily struggle, the daily monotony, that, that just seems to be the mindset that we naturally carry with us, right? Oh, that it's just a grind, that it's just a daily struggle, the monotony of life or whatnot. But life is much more than that, obviously, right? Don't get stuck in the monotony of life. If you find yourself in that state, do something to change it, right? Don't get stuck, because that is a kind of like a really, because that being in that state is a soul crushing thing, right? Just going through the motions day to day and not feeling any sort of excitement or optimism or, for your life, and not really having anything to look forward to. Always have things to look forward to. Always have goals that you want to achieve, things that you want to do, right? And like I said, try to break that monotony that may be prevalent in your life, right? If you find yourself in that situation, whether it be taking a new route to work, trying something different while you're at work, right? Whatever it may be, just being a more valuable person, or, you know, being a little more social, whatever it may be, just don't get stuck in that routine that I mentioned, because that really is just an awful place to be, right? Just going through the motions and not having any sort of excitement or energy to life, right? Always, again, have clear things that you want to achieve and things that you want to do for yourself, right? Make a list, things that you want to do by the end of the year, things that you want to achieve. And like I said, just try to keep things fresh, so to speak, right? Don't get stuck in monotony. So if you made it this far in the video, hopefully that something that I mentioned is of use to you. Again, keep perspective in life. Be grateful for the little things. Be grateful for the big things. And don't take life for granted, right? Always be grateful for what you have and for your life. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I make videos on self-improvement. I give life advice based on personal experience. And I occasionally ramble about topics that fascinate me, whether they be, you know, an anime, a manga, a TV show. If you would like to watch videos, you know, regarding those topics, welcome to the channel.